General Michael Flynn, formerly of the White House, formerly general, had some thoughts about how the American government can be put right from his perspective. Here he is just this last Sunday in Dallas.
I'm a simple Marine. I want to know why what happened in Myanmar can't happen here.
You know, yeah, no reason. I mean, it should happen here. No reason. But that's right. One more.
Okay, so Myanmar, Francesca, the situation in Myanmar, that definitely is. I mean, that's a tense subject. Talk about this country that he totally knows a lot about.
John, don't minimize the situation in Myanmar, okay?
I've done a Myanmar amount of research into this, and I can confidently say, anyway. So that wasn't Flynn with the Myanmar, but he did say that the coup that took down their democratically elected government should and could happen here. And he is, I don't know if it needs to be said, it's in his title, a former general of our military, a steadfast supporter of Donald Trump who tried to stay in office despite losing an election. I don't believe that he holds any influence over the military or anything, but it seems significant that a former general is going around to Q conventions and things like that and calling for the overthrow of our democratically elected government.
Yeah, this is where he gets a lot of his cred from the QAnon crazies, is because he was a general. Yeah, he had to register as a foreign agent, and he was working on behalf of the Ukrainian government and in part the Russian government. He was basically like a mercenary for the whoever would give him the most amount of money. That doesn't matter. No, patriot, not a Russian patriot, no, American patriot. And yeah, I mean, Myanmar, what happened is Aung San Suu Kyi is, I believe, still under house arrest right now. Mm-hmm. The military took over, and like the military, who she arguably let slide for way too long when it came to atrocities against a minority Muslim community there. But and yeah, so it's scary stuff. I mean, this is QAnon folks, and Flynn has been participating in this, and even Mike Lindell from MyPillow have been participating in the idea of like, hey, what if we just take the reins of power? And absolutely, you bet that the lesson a lot of people are drawing from 2020 is they should have, that the military just should have been on board. Mm-hmm. And then they tried to, on January 6th. Let us not forget.
And the only people that have suffered any significant consequences are the foot soldiers they sent running into the building. That's it. Like, none of the people who organized it have suffered any consequences. And by directly organized it or called for it effectively. So he's off giving his speeches. Sidney Powell was at, I believe, that event, saying that Donald Trump will be president again, which apparently Trump is also saying that he'll be president by August. That it's unfortunate that he doesn't get penalty time for the months Joe Biden stole from him, but he's definitely going to be president again. Rudy Giuliani still exists. Trump, it's just out there. Like, he's facing this criminal investigation, but not for trying to overthrow the US government. And he might run again. He might try to steal an election again. Like, they tried to do this in a number of different forms, and only the weakest of all of them are suffering any consequences whatsoever. All of the leaders of it are still out there. They've learned some lessons. They haven't repented. They haven't had to apologize for any of this. They're waiting for round 2. And we're supposed to just be like, oh, that's cool, don't worry. We have our great defenders, Joe Biden and Joe Manchin and all that. They'll definitely save democracy.
Absolutely. I know we have a million stories to get to, John. So
yes,
I'm gonna let you just end on that note.
One more note.
Stick the landing. Keep going.
The Ken Klippenstein thing, that bothers you because he's mocking the troops, but Flynn saying, oh no, what should happen is our soldiers should turn against the commander-in-chief, turn against the Constitution, and then turn us into some tin pot dictatorship by overthrowing the government. This is a general saying that about soldiers, not a people. That's not, a day before Memorial Day. That's not an issue. That's not an insult to the soldiers.
To be fair, that is super American, right? I mean, we love installing tin pot dictators, so it just made sense that we did it in this country.
Yeah.
Potentially with some foreign help, which is just even more on brand.
It's the last, it's cultural appropriation come to democratic overthrow.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.